What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen how to cook. And today we're making stewed turkey neck, aka GHETTO oxtail, in the kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple. Make sure you subscribe, goodie, if you have not done so, and turn on your post notifications so you won't miss any of these uploads. And for all I'm returning goodie, the don't know son of girl loving her on the red cook. Come on, let's cook. Okay, goodies, let's cook. Now we have our turkey neck here that has been washed nice and clean with salt, lemon juice, and vinegar. And you want to be sure that you clean off your turkey necks the best way possible, okay, before you season. Now to season, we're going to be really generous here because we want to have flavor, lots of flavor. So I'm going to add salt and black pepper to the recipe. I'm adding also onion powder to it. And I'm adding garlic powder, and I'm very generous with my garlic powder and onion powder, okay? So you want to go ahead and add those in. I didn't measure anything here, but I will definitely list the ingredients and the amount down in the description box, all right? So I got to know. Now, to give it that lemony flavor, I am going to add some lemon pepper seasoning. Of course, you could just squeeze out one lemon on it, but lemon pepper seasoning worked amazing. And I did add some all-purpose seasoning. I'm using the Maggi all-purpose seasoning here, but of course you could always substitute. You could always substitute out this one that I am using here. Now my camera is shaky because I'm using my left hand to hold it and my right hand to season up this thing. So be gentle in the comment section, okay? Now we're going to give it a massive little flavor here. So we're adding some ginger powder to the recipe. And I'm adding turkey season because of course we're making turkey necks, right? Now if you don't have that, you could always use poultry seasoning or chicken seasoning, okay? You're gonna make your kitchen happy. Now we're also adding some paprika to the recipe because we're going for that red colored kind of a stewed turkey neck recipe in the kitchen. Fast, easy, and massively simple, okay, but filled with flavor. And I'm also going to add some dried parsley here, okay? And of course you could use oregano or any other greenery you have in your kitchen. And I did add some dried pepper flakes to the recipe as well, just a little bit, not a lot, maybe about a teaspoon, if that much. Just a little bit because I am going to add some hot pepper to it. Now you know how I feel about vinegar. I did add my vinegar to it. I'm using apple cider vinegar to it as well, and some olive oil here, and definitely some garlic, maybe about 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic. Yeah, that's what I added to it, okay? And yeah, and again, you could always make your seasonings your own, okay? I added just a little bit of browning. Now you don't want to use too much of the browning because we're not doing brown stewed here. We're doing stewed honey. So we're just adding just a little bit of the browning here, okay? As you can see, it's not dark in color. It's just give it a little buzz. So that way, this color with the rest of my ingredients will make everything come together really nicely. Now you want to go in and give your turkey neck a really good massage here. I did allow my turkey necks to sit in my refrigerator, y'all, for overnight. However, if you don't want to go all of that step, you could just let it sit at room temperature for 1 hour, okay? I like to season my turkey necks and let it sit for a little bit because if you don't, then it won't have any flavor, if that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and just cook up our GHETTO oxtail. Just season up the thing good, really nice here, and just sit it and just forget it. Look at that. That's perfectly seasoned. I really like to be crazy with my seasonings, y'all. I don't believe in not seasoning up the meat. Season up the meat so you could have a nice little flavor and a nice little buzz, right? Make everybody come back and ask for more. Remember, we're cooking turkey next year, so you want to be sure that it's filled with flavor, okay? Because if not, it will definitely be flavorless. You know how people say they don't like turkey necks? That's because they never season it up enough, okay? So make sure you season it up good, nice and good. Okay, goodies, moving right along. In a pot, you're going to add about a tablespoon of oil here, right? We're going to get our turkey necks going, or get an oxtail going, okay? This is how you want it to have flavor. You're going to have a massive amount of flavor here. Be sure that you're following the steps carefully. Now, to that pot, you're going to go in and add your GHETTO oxtails, okay? Period. Okay. All right. So be sure that your fire is not extremely high. It needs to be between the medium and high, but not on the extreme high once you get to this step, okay? Add in the turkey necks to it, like so. And then after you've added in, you give it a nice little spin here. This is where the cooking really starts, because your flavors are bursting just the way that you want it to burst, okay? Period. Now we're not wasting our marinade. Don't waste it, because honey, that is added flavor. So you go ahead and you pour it out on top of those deliciously smelling, already good turkey necks, okay? Give it a nice little spin once again to ensure that that marinade sits proper on them turkey necks. Now you want to go ahead and cover it up for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you come back. This is all natural juices. Remember, you didn't add any water or anything to it. You allowed all the flavors to expand right through and through into the meat. Smells so good. Perfect. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and turn on your post notification so you won't miss any of these uploads, alright? Because I'm always good. Now, that is what your turkey necks look like after you've completed your first step. Now you're going to need some tomato paste here. I'm using a 6-ounce can of tomato paste. You want to go in and add all of it onto your turkey necks. Then after you've done that, you go in with some onions. Any kind of onions that you have will do. Chop it up. Don't mince it up. Just chop it or slice it. Add it to the pot. Then you add about 4 cups of chicken stock or veggie stock or beef stock. Any kind of a stock. I'm using homemade here. So I'm going to go in and add all of that to my turkey necks. And that is all that I'm going to do here thus far. Now at this step, you want to go in and turn your fire up. Now it is safe to turn up your fire to a high heat, okay? Because you want this thing to really cook. You want to cover it up and let it cook until nice and tender. Based on your turkey necks, it may take longer than usual, or it may cook in no time, all right? Mine was cooked in about, I'd say maybe about 45 minutes. That's what it looks like. I did though go in and add just a little bit of water, not a lot, but that was what it looks like in exactly 45 minutes. Now it's ready to turn up the kitchen mad loud. Once again, I went back in and I added some more onions. And if you notice that I sliced my onions a lot different than I did before, that's how you want to do the thing. Add in your scotch bonnet pepper, add in some fresh parsley to it, and I didn't have to add any more seasonings because guess what? The thing's seasoned from the beginning real good, okay? Now you want to go in and just give it a nice little mix and a nice little spin. And goodie, when you talk about smell good, alright, just right there. Now all I'm going to do here is cover it back up. We're going to cover it up and we are going to let this thing simmer at a very low heat. But before you do that, you want to get about a teaspoon or a tablespoon of cornstarch to about 3 tablespoons of water, and you add it into the mix, okay? Add it to the mix. It's going to thicken up the gravy and it's going to do it justice, okay? It's not going to take away from the flavor because you're using cornstarch. So it's perfect. Look at the gravy, how it comes together. Just be sure that you turn down the heat. 15 minutes at a very low heat and you're all done good at the thing, nice and done and good. Your turkey neck should be nice and tender. You should be seeing the onions. You want to really actually see the onions, okay? This is why it's critical to add some onions at the very end and just let it cook for that 15 minutes. Perfect. The onions are sweet and it gives it a nice flavor. Oh, it is amazing. Perfect for some rice and peas. Perfect for some white rice. Perfect on spaghetti. Perfect with some fufu, because honey, your girl has had African fufu with this recipe and it was simply divine. Give it a try, boo. You will never forget the flavor. If you don't like turkey neck, believe me, after you've tried this recipe, you are going to be a turkey neck GHETTO oxtail lover. Believe when me tell you, goody, the thing is massive. Be sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Be sure that you've turned on your post notifications so you won't miss any of these good uploads. Tell a friend to tell a friend, because honey, this thing is tender and juicy all the way down to the bone. Tell the neighbor, tell the girl up the street, tell the man down the road, bring them come goodie and send them come. I'm so waiting. And when they get done doing all of that, tell me what you want to see me cook next in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy.